Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Nebraska. And Diane, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Diane, you're on the air.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Wallach.
Mm-hmm.
I listened to you talk about avoiding cooking oils and such. My husband, he don't believe that. He is facing...
Okay, get a good insurance policy and start looking for a new husband.
Okay. He's facing a surgery for diverticulitis and a fistula. Is there any possibility that the fact that he does not want to avoid these oils could have something to do with this condition? And if it does, can you explain a little bit about how oils and trans fats and what have you affect the body?
Well, sure. Well, first of all, when you have diverticulitis, diverticulosis, irritable bowel syndrome, inflammatory bowel disease, colitis, ulcerative colitis, celiac disease, these are all a gluten intolerance. The first thing he has to do is get off of gluten. If you live in the same house with him, you got to get off of gluten. If you have any dogs and cats in the house, they got to be on either a gluten-free dry cat food and dog food that says in big bold letters on the bag, gluten-free, or they got to eat canned dog and cat food. You cannot be eating gluten, can't be in the same house. He cannot go to Whole Foods. You cannot go to Whole Foods because all that dust from those bulk grain bins get all over the place. You wash your clothes with his, and you got a mess. So this is very, very serious stuff. I'd have him listen to that CD called Serial Killers. And, of course, he needs to supplement with the 90 essential nutrients appropriate for his body weight, which includes the omega-3s and so on. Well, why does that work? Well, if you're eating fried foods particularly, you get trans fatty acids, heterocyclic amines, and acrylamides, which cause inflammation of the tissues. And when you can't absorb nutrients, you can certainly absorb the free radicals. That's the trouble. When you can't absorb nutrients to defend yourself, and then you're taking all these things that produce free radicals, you get a double hit because you can't protect yourself, but you can absorb the free radicals. And so you're going to get even more damage than if you could absorb your nutrients. You are not what you eat, as it used to be said. You are what you absorb, and certainly gluten intolerance will reflect itself in how people actually absorb nutrients. It takes an adult about 3 to 6 months to completely repair their intestines. They should start seeing improvement in absorption, reduction in symptoms of nutritional deficiency diseases within 2 weeks of starting a gluten-free diet. But it's got to be drop-dead gluten-free. That means no deli slices, no sandwich meats, no fried foods, no processed meats or nitrates and nitrites, no oils, and certainly no gluten, no wheat, barley, rye, and oats. If he's a beer drinker, he can have Red Bridge from Anheuser-Busch. It's gluten-free, certified gluten-free by the FDA, which I don't particularly like them, but they're pretty persnickety when it comes to that kind of stuff. And then also there's a lot of rice beers in the Oriental food stores.